Hey everyone, it's James from FunFoods, and today I'm going to show you how to make these Pop Rock cookies. Now, this is amazing. It brings me back to my childhood when I used to eat Pop Rocks as a fun dessert. So keep watching and I'll show you step by step how to make these. The first thing you want to do is start off with a large bowl, and to this I have 1 cup, which is 2 sticks of softened butter. Just make sure it's softened at room temperature. And I'm going to add to this 1.5 cups of sugar. Now we just want to combine the sugar and butter. Now that the sugar and butter is creamed together nicely, we just want to add 1 large egg, about 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and I'm going to use cherry flavor for this. So I'm going to add a very small amount of this cherry flavor. Don't use the whole dram, this is very flavorful stuff. And mix this together. And when that's mixed together, just take this, set this aside, and we'll work on our dry ingredients now. Now for our dry ingredients, in a smaller bowl, I have 2 3/4 cups of all-purpose flour. And to that, I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of baking soda and 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. Just whisk this up until that's all combined. Now just bring back your wet mixture, and we're going to slowly add in our dry mixture to the wet, about half at a time. And mix it through. And because these are not going to be just some ordinary sugar cookies, these are going to be some cherry Pop Rock sugar cookies, I'm going to add that in there as well. So I'm just using 1 package, which is 0.24 ounces of Pop Rocks. And I'm going to sprinkle them in here, try to get them all throughout. And give them a mix through. You can hear them popping. So hopefully the moisture won't take all the popping out of them, and there'll be still some popping left when they're done cooking. That's the plan anyway. So make sure your oven is preheated at 375 degrees Fahrenheit. And what I'm going to do is actually just take a teaspoon, and to get a good amount, and let's make it a little bigger than that. So I'm just going to take about that much worth, and I'm going to make it into a ball like a meatball. And then just squash it down. You could, of course, roll this out and use cookie cutters and cut it to whatever size you want. I think this will work out fine. Now just take these, put these in the oven at 375 degrees between 7 and 9 minutes, maybe a little longer. Okay, so our cookies are out of the oven now. It took about 15 minutes, a lot longer than I expected, but they're done, they're cooked. Now I'm just gonna let them cool down a little bit, and then we'll give them a try and see how they taste. Our cookies have cooled down a bit, so I'm gonna give one a try and see how it tastes. Good. The Pop Rocks have lost all their fizz. They're no longer popping, but that's okay. I figured it would, because when we mixed it in with all the ingredients, the wet ingredients, that kind of emulates your mouth, and it was popping in there. So I do have a plan B, however, and we're going to get these cookies to pop one way or another. Since these cookies didn't pop on their own, what we're going to do is make some cookie icing, and in a very small bowl, not too small, I'm going to add 1 cup of powdered sugar, just a little bit of water, like 1/2 teaspoon. Leave some water because it's a trial game. You know, a little bit of water, add to it, don't add too much, and just mix this up. You could also use milk if you'd like. And if you do mess up and put too much water, don't worry, you can always just add more powdered sugar. And you can see how easy it is to make this icing. It's just, like I said, it's powdered sugar, water, or powdered sugar or milk. And you can add usually vanilla extract, but these are cherry flavored sugar cookies. So I'm gonna add a little bit of that cherry. Now again, be very cautious, only add a very little bit of this. It's very flavorful stuff. I might have added too much, but that's okay. It'll be very cherry. Mix this up. All right, so that's gonna be the frosting, and we're just gonna put this on the cookie. Now what we're gonna do is just take our frosting. I'm just using my spoon. You can put it in a piping bag if you'd like, but I think the spoon works fine. Just put a small amount right in the middle. It will work its way to the edge. You can see that. It starts to slowly go over. Just put a small amount because it will run. And next, I just have another package of these Pop Rocks, cherry flavored. And you could just sprinkle them on there, but I'm afraid I'll sprinkle too much at once. So I'm gonna put them in a bowl. And then take my fingers and just pinch off a little bit and sprinkle on each one. Now for the moment of truth, the real taste test. With the icing and the Pop Rocks on the icing, now these better pop in my mouth. I don't want to eat with my mouth open, but I really want to share the experience of them popping in my mouth. This did the trick. I do suggest if you are going to make these, just wait to put the Pop Rocks on there until last when you're ready to serve, just so the icing doesn't make them pop. Good. Brings me back to my childhood. So as a kid, we were told never ever eat Pop Rock candy and drink soda. Why? Because it would get in your stomach and then pop and explode. So let's give it a shot. Some Pop Rock candy. Soda. Just kidding. They wouldn't sell it to you if it was that bad. Well, thanks everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching me make these Pop Rock cookies. They're a lot of fun to make, very easy to do. Get a hold of some of those Pop Rock candies that you used to have as a kid, or at least I used to have as a kid. And I love to hear them pop in my mouth. It was just amazing. And if you get a hold of those candies, all you gotta do, you can put them into cookies. It really doesn't add that much of the pop in the cookie itself, as you just seen, but in the icing, it's amazing. So I hope you get a chance to make it for yourself, and if you do, please share it with me on any of my social media at FunFoodsYT. Also, check out some of the videos I have all to the side. I think you may enjoy those as well. Make sure you hit that big red subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and until then, I'll see you next time.